Welcome to the Front Row ShopMetrics Event Execution presentation. You should always prepare for your event in advance by logging into your profile on the website to confirm your schedule. It is important to note that the start date and the due by date that you see listed with the event in your inbox are only in reference to the times that the website survey is intended to be active for this event. You can confirm your location here and then click on the name of your event or the info icon to view the survey summary. This is where you'll be able to find the event's scheduled date and time, contact information for the assignment manager who you should be in communication with for this event, and links to some of the documents you may need for your event, which could include your event manual, event timesheet, dress code guidelines, or any other items you should review before going to your event. Your assignment manager will send you any documents you need that are not linked to the survey summary. The timesheet needed for each event will be different depending on what store or project you are working on and may include a spot for you to place any receipts for purchased product. It is up to you to make sure that you have your timesheet printed and take it with you to the store each day. It is very important that you have the right timesheet for each event because our clients will not accept a timesheet from a different client or project. If the wrong timesheet is submitted, you will need to return to the store with the correct timesheet to have it filled out and signed in order to have payment approved for that event. Your event manual will include the list of products and supplies that will be needed for your demonstration, if there should be a kit for your event and what would be in it if so, where and how you should set up your cart, talking points for promoting the product, and instructions on how to conduct the demonstration. It may also have a backup plan, which would include a list of items that can be substituted for the main items if they are in short supply. Some manuals will include event-specific food safety reminders and possibly even signs to be placed on purchased product that needs to be stored in the walk-in refrigerator or freezer if necessary. Much like the timesheets and manuals, the dress code for each event depends on the store or project you are working on, and it is very important that you strictly adhere to these guidelines. We can be turned away, sent home, or denied payment for a demonstration if you are not in the proper attire for that event. Make sure you ask your assignment manager if you have any questions about the dress code for any event or retailer. The first part of executing your event is to check in by starting your event survey and uploading your check-in selfie. You will do this by clicking on the name of your event for that day to open your survey, selecting the date and time that you've arrived at the store, and uploading your check-in selfie. This picture needs to show that you are in uniform and have a background that shows that you are at the location, not at home, in your car, or just somewhere outside on a beautiful day. We all love to see a picture of a beautiful sky, but that is not the purpose of this shot. After you've checked in on the website for your event, you will check in with the store to let them know you are there to do a product promotion and sign in on the store's vendor log. This is where people who are working in the store that are not store employees check in and out for their shifts. The vendor log is also sometimes found at the receiving desk in the back room, and you may proceed directly there if they do not have a log at the front desk. You may also find some assistance in finding the location where the demo carts and materials are kept in that particular store from the receiving department, since they are most often the people who get the event kits when they are delivered to the store. The area where the demo carts and materials are kept will be different in every location, and it is okay to ask for some help with finding them if you don't locate them right away. Please keep in mind that most store employees, up to and even including the store managers, often don't know a great deal about these events since they are run completely by an outside agency. So don't be surprised if you encounter some people who aren't familiar with what you're looking for. Just make sure you know exactly what product you are there to promote and let them know that you are only asking for help with finding the location of the carts and supplies. Once you've located the things you need, load them into the cart and find a good place to set up your cart on the sales floor, using the instructions in the event manual as your guide. There are some events that don't require an event kit. This would be indicated in your event manual, and in that case you will only need to find the supplies that are necessary for the demonstration here. It is very important that you find the correct kit that goes with your event and that you never execute an event other than the one for which you are scheduled. You will just need to call your assignment manager if there is any confusion about this. Some events will simply be educational events by design, while others will have samples in the event kit or require a purchase to be made for you to provide customers with samples. Each project is different when it comes to these purchases. Some projects will provide you with a way to make a purchase without any expense of your own, and others will request that you make a purchase for which you are reimbursed with your event payment. It is very important that you discuss the process for each event with your assignment manager prior to committing to that event, and be sure that you are comfortable with the requirements for execution. We will never force you to take an event that requires you to make a purchase that you are not comfortable with. If you are purchasing products for your event, you will need to make sure that only the products listed in the event manual are part of that purchase. Any personal or other items you wish to purchase should be done separately and not during your scheduled demonstration time. If any purchase is being made, you'll need to take a good, clear picture of the full receipt with the date and time that the purchase was made visible in the picture to be attached to your post-shift event survey. The process for these purchases is different for each project. Some purchases are made at the beginning of the shift, and some will be made when you've completed your demonstration. Once again, make sure you've asked your assignment manager what the correct process is for each event. We always suggest that you take the picture of your receipt as soon as you have it, just in case anything were to happen to it prior to filling out your event survey. This ensures you will have it and there will be no question about reimbursement when needed. It is crucial that you strictly adhere to all food handling safety guidelines whenever you are providing customers with food samples for your event. If there is not a portable hand washing sink in your location, please make sure to set up your event within the closest distance possible to one of the hand washing sinks located in the store's other departments. Make sure to wash your hands whenever necessary. Be very mindful of foods fully cooked, serving, and storage temperatures. Make sure to avoid any sort of cross-contamination. Always use the store's 3-compartment sink to wash, rinse, and sanitize any equipment prior to and after use for your event. You should also never leave food samples, product of any kind, or utensils on your event cart when you are not in the immediate area. Most of our events will require you to submit several photos as proof of execution. They also use these photos to show the clients that pay for the events how great their promotions look and encourage them to pay for more. So the better your photos, the greater the chance we'll have more work in the future. Here are examples of the different photos you'll be required to submit for each event and what good event photos should look like. The first pictures you should always take at every event are of your event cart, set up prior to sampling. Use the event manual as your guide for setting up your cart and make sure you get a few good photos of the setup before putting any samples out on the table. This can be done from multiple angles. You'll also need to provide a few good photos of your event cart setup for any educational events or events where samples are not being handed out. The other photos that most of our clients like to see are designed to show the event's execution. They will include pictures of you with your fully set up event cart and customer interactions. These photos can be taken by another event specialist, an employee that works at the store, or even a customer that you've been talking to about the products. You'll need to take these photos for educational events, roaming events, or your fully executed sampling event. Good customer interaction photos will simply show you engaging with the customers talking about the products that you're there to promote. They do not need to show the customers' faces, can be taken from a bit of a distance, and should never include children at any time. Once you have completed your demonstration, it is very important that you clean and sanitize the event cart prior to returning it to its storage location. We should always leave this area neat, clean, and looking better and more organized than how we found it. You should throw away all trash and any leftover items having to do with your demonstrations. You may offer leftover product to store management to do with whatever they see fit, but you should never, under any circumstances, leave the store with any product or supplies having to do with your event. It is considered stealing and is taken very seriously by the stores and our clients. Event specialists have been relieved of their jobs and prosecuted for theft for this in the past. The last steps in the store are to return to the front desk to have your timesheet signed and sign out of the vendor log. Congratulations! You've now completed the demonstration portion of your event, and all that's left to do is to complete your post-shift event survey on the website. Just to review the most important points about event execution. Always dress to impress. Strictly adhere to the dress code guidelines for the project that you're working on, and you'll do great. Take and upload your check-in selfie as soon as you've arrived at the store. This is a very important part of our event day process and will keep your assignment manager from having to give you a call just to check and make sure everything's going okay. Be sure you know your shift times, arrive on time, stay for the full duration, know if there is a mandatory meal break for your shift, and take it somewhere in the middle of your shift if so. Do your best to cooperate with store associates, management, and any other event specialists that you encounter throughout your day. Keep in mind that we are guests while we are in the store and that you not only represent Front Row, but also our clients and the manufacturers who pay for these events. These events are often secretly audited, so keep your best foot forward and don't be alarmed or surprised if you receive a visit from someone representing any one of these parties at any time. Consistently follow all food handling and other safety procedures at all times. Never leave anything on your event cart when you are not in the immediate area. Take all the required event photos and make sure that is the only time you have your cell phone out while working, especially on the sales floor. Never leave the store with anything having to do with your event, especially products. Make sure to have your timesheet signed prior to leaving the store and complete your post-shift event survey on the website before the day is over. If you do this on your phone or mobile device prior to leaving the store, your event is complete. Most importantly, have fun. This can be a truly enjoyable job if you just relax, smile, and have fun engaging with the customers. Welcome to the team. We look forward to helping you do the great job we know you will.